It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And the Milwaukee Bucks, plenty of exciting young talent, a superstar in the making. Shaq, they're definitely on the rise.
Yeah, Ernie, they've drafted pretty well, willing to gamble on potential. Great job developing a young core. Proud of these guys.
Well, you know, it's not easy. This is a smaller market team, Ernie, and, you know, to be honest, it's not a vacation destination location. It's not a place where kids are doing in the summertime.
What are you talking about?
The Bucks have done it the right way.
Ernie's from the mean streets of Milwaukee.
That's exactly right,
Yeah,
Shaq.
come on,
my
Kenny.
hometown.
When's the last time you went on
It
vacation?
doesn't matter.
Mean streets of Milwaukee.
I didn't ask you that.
It doesn't
When's
matter.
the last time you went on vacation there?
Well,
I
he
did
can't.
not
He
go on
works.
vacation there.
He works,
you.
Kenny.
I grew up there.
It's a difference.
Raised
That's my point.
there.
Milwaukee, North 68th Street.
We're
Shout
not
out.
saying.
It made you who you are.
Yeah, here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
The Bucks look to take charge on their home court, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Last game for the Nets, they picked up a W against the Charlotte Hornets.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, DA. Thanks. Well, Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
So the Bucks win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, we've got LeVert. Kyrie Irving is out there with Garrett Temple. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Irving surveying the floor. The pass to Temple. And it's Jordan atop the key. The Nets working the ball around now. A nice shot by LeVert.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Jordan. 20 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Passes it to LeVert. Here's Irving. Lets the three fly. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Matthews crosses up the defense with his catch-and-shoot J. You can't afford to lay off of him.
And here is Irving. Following the three from Wesley Matthews. Irving with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. From the arc, a nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 6.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. The shot's good from Lopez.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Bledsoe against Irving. From 12 feet out, here's Jordan. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
One shot.
And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction.
Here's Temple. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Irving against Bledsoe. A shot's good from Irving.
You can see there Irving just getting a little tricky with the handles. He has so many ways he can beat.
And it's Middleton penetrating. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
2 conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Nets with the lead. Outside Irving. Durant up top. There's the triple. Second chance shot. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
And it's good for 2.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now, here is Irving. 35 points for him last game against Charlotte. Another shot. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. He's got 9.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Not a lot of room. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Hill, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's checked in. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Bledsoe outside. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post. Bledsoe's got his 2nd basket of the game.
It's going to take more than that to stop Bledsoe now. Come on. I mean, this guy excels at taking contact and handling punishment on the way up.
Now, here is Irving. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. Here's Jordan. Pass to Durant. Over onto Kumbo. Rebound, Milwaukee. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Eric Bledsoe. And here's Korver from the arc. The rebound by Prince. Brooklyn's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Harris finds Chandler. Hill has the open look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Takes a 3. He can't get that one, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Dinwiddie. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Prince. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Pass to Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And although the Nets have improved, Clark, they still have some areas that have traditionally given them some trouble.
Well, when you're a team that struggled to win consistently, there are a lot of holes and chinks in your armor. They only play okay defense and don't create a lot of turnovers. The turnover game is usually in favor of the opponent with them. They have the talent to be a good defensive team. I think they just have to be a little more focused and intense at that end of the floor.
And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
First free throw is good.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
So he gets them both. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Chandler. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Bucks leading by 4. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Korver, no luck.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Prince. Fires for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Hill inside. And Ilyasova kicks to Korver. And the pass to Connaughton. 6 to shoot. Lopez, no luck.
Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Baseline jumper. That one a little long. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. The three from Korver. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He kicks to Allen. Passes it to Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. Over Hill. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Chandler after Kyle Korver's bucket. Chandler outside. Pass to Harris. Takes the three. The Nets get it back in a new 24. Here's Dinwiddie, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Hill.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie has good size at the point guard position, and he uses it well to draw fouls. And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
He misses the free throw. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
Here's Connaughton. No points in the game yet for him. Now the dish to Lopez. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Now here's Chandler. 8 points his last outing, and they pick up 2. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammate.
Hill passes to Lopez. Ilyasova against Prince. Lopez left side. Over Allen. Excellent D there from Allen.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Pass to Harris. Down low. Prince. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Leading by 5. Korver, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
44 seconds left in the first. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Beyond the arc. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Hill finds Lopez. Ilyasova against Prince. on the wing. Hill. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists. Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal. Superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Here's Dinwiddie for three. Harris. Offensive rebound.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Right back after this break. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many, something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kunupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Hill is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Lopez in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. So it's the Bucks now. It's a three-point game. Antetokounmpo against Durant. Antetokounmpo kicks to Hill. Lopez outside. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 7th assist in the game.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot. And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And you've got to be careful with Middleton down low. I mean, he's very talented at how he gets defenders to bite in the post.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, you want to talk about the smoothest players in the league? You can't forget about Chris Middleton. I mean, he's not a blow-you-away athlete, but he has really good length and a sweet stroke, and he can get his shot off anytime.
Matthews, he's checked in for Hill. Middleton hits them both. And you look at Chris Middleton, Clark. What doesn't he do well?
You know, there's not much. He does a little bit of everything well. He's a smart, versatile defender. He can command the double team with his scoring and punish the double team with his passing as well. He can hurt you a lot of different ways, Kevin.
Here's Durant. That one off the back iron and out.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
Here is Matthews. He had 22 points in the win against New York. That one falls.
Not lacking confidence in his scoring ability inside, Bledsoe knows he can do damage from there.
And the pass to Durant. Back to Irving. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 7.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Lopez outside. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Nets. to the left side wing. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Here's Temple, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Now just a 3-point Milwaukee lead. Bledsoe against Irving. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Jordan sends it back. Temple dishes to Durant. Here's LeVert. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Middleton looking it over. Kicks it to Bledsoe. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Jordan against Lopez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
No good on the free throw.
And Brook Lopez a little bigger and more of an offensive player than his brother Robin. But they've both turned into quality big men in this league.
And the second free throw, good. And not the best season for Brook Lopez a year ago. Never seemed to be in the form we're used to seeing him in.
Normally, Kevin, he's so efficient and just didn't make the shots at the rate he normally does. He ended up being more of a role-playing big man than a centerpiece. And I think he's still got plenty left in his fuel tank, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him bounce back with a really strong season.
And Durant has just such a fluid release, very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to LeVert. Back to Durant. Pass to Temple. Puts up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Temple's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Bledsoe. He has 6. And the 3 off target.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Bledsoe following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And Bledsoe, here we go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's a point of pride for me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played, and that's fairly select company when you talk 2010 guys as rookies, and it's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummins, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talk about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Nets. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans they can avoid this situation for a long time.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. He kicks to Matthews. Drills the three-pointer. Matthews has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent demonstration there of squaring himself up towards the basket. Matthews knocking it down from deep.
Durant finds Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Bledsoe against Irving. Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Kyrie Irving is second.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
That free throw missing.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Garrett Temple. And he sinks the second. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. Just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league. And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the shot goes down. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Irving kicks to Allen. Over in the corner, Chandler. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
The first one falls. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Hill, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Harris.
Well, for the Bucks in 2017, it was the opening of their new state-of-the-art team facility. A year later, right next door, they've inaugurated their new home arena.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And the Bucks sparing no expense with all these new assets.
Well, to bring top talent in and compete with the best, you need to create a winning environment and culture. The Bucks making those investments.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now here is Harris. 8 points for him. It's Prince on the wing. Shot clock at 6. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5. The Bucks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Now Ilyasova. 8 points his last outing. Inside. Here's Lopez, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. Inside, Allen. Lopez with the block. Now here is Hill. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Chandler. Nice D from Chandler. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Prince misses. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The free throw drops for Korver.
Tell you what, you've got to get to Korver right away. This guy has unlimited range and a lightning quick release.
The Nets making a switch here. Waba's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
Nets trail by 4. The pass to Dinwiddie. The 15-footer. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Chandler. Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And they get it. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Prince.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Prince. How his last 10 games have gone. getting around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Stolen by Ellenson. A steal. 1:30 left now here in the second. Puts it up from 15. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And now just a 4-point Milwaukee lead. Milwaukee's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Fires for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Friday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Milwaukee with the ball. After Henry Ellenson missing from long range. 6 to shoot. From deep. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Prince. And the bank shot is good. Prince has got 10 points.
Well, I liked the first quarter he had. And I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And again, the Bucks miss. From deep 3-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Bucks on top, up 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
I think we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Kyle Korver having an outstanding game. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving. The ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
When you think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brooklyn trailing.
Boy, you look at Mike Budenholzer, and he's moved into a nice situation this offseason. Atlanta in rebuild mode, and the Milwaukee Bucks heading in the other direction. One of the best teams in the East. That's a good landing spot for Budenholzer.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got DeAndre Jordan, LeVert out there with Durant, then there's Irving, and it's Temple in at the shooting guard.
Hey, you know, the mid-range, Jay, continuing to look better over time for LeVert, showing real improvement in knocking that shot down.
Now here's Lopez. Passes to Matthews. And a miss there on the triple. And Budenholzer, well respected around the league. Talk about what he brings now, Clark, to the Milwaukee Bucks, his new team.
Yeah, I think he brings a continuity offensively, ball movement and spacing, and a pretty good system defensively as well.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his third foul so far. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo over Durant. Antetokounmpo, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Lopez with the steal.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Super quick in transition. The Greek freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Outside Durant. Pass to LeVert. Clock at 6. Great D that time for Middleton. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Ball's knocked loose. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Irving. And he recovers it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And you can see that Durant has an incredible drive. He wants to be an all-time legend when it's all said and done.
Now here's Matthews. 6 points for him. Middleton for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Now here's Bledsoe. 8 points for him. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath. Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 2nd in scoring, 2nd in field goal percentage. And he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Now here's Lopez. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lopez has got 10 points in the game.
Nice job that time. Really an excellent job from Lopez to find the right angle to get the feed off the pick and roll.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And, you know, Wes Matthews still a very talented player in this league. I mean, excellent presence on both ends of the floor. And he certainly has always been a solid defender on the wing.
And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Bucks number 1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Durant finds Jordan. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Durant, the pass to Temple. Lobs it up for Jordan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Bledsoe against Irving. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 will put him in a rough, tough spot.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Irving kicks to Temple. At the top of the key, Durant. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 11 points in the game.
And sometimes, guys, there's just no stopping Durant. His jumper is straight cash, and especially given how high his release point is on that jumper. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rookie. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bucks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And the first one at the line is good. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears him to the players and helps his team.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Back to Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 12. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Here's Irving. He's got 10. He dishes it to Jordan. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Now here's Middleton. 7 points in the game. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by the Nets. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Antetokounmpo. And the shot is long.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done. You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
And the first one drops. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. I don't think they have anybody to blame but themselves there. I mean, that's just inexcusable to let a guy get this deep inside.
Timeout called, the Nets. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Allen's checked in for LeVert.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 23 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now here's Allen. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Dinwiddie. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. No coverage that time. Dinwiddie's got 6 points and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now here's Middleton. He has 7. Middleton on the wing. It's back to Hill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Now, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard, Greg, both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there. The D was all over him, but they just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
And in my opinion, Hill is simply one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. While he's not that tall, he's got exceedingly long arms, and he does a great job using that length to dissuade passes and to challenge shots.
Allen kicks to Durant from past the arc. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can flat out dominate games at times. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Ilyasova against Jordan. Antetokounmpo kicks to Ilyasova. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the game. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Hill against Irving. Durant feeling it out a bit. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for Milwaukee.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
That's good from Durant. Frank Mason, he's checked in for the Bucks. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Brooklyn. So Durant nails them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Hill dishes to Antetokounmpo. Mason kicks to Ilyasova. They get a hand on it. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Here's Mason. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Net shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Here's Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving. 4th in assists, 6th in steals, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And he makes the first. The Bucks making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Hill. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Matthews. Hill against Irving. Hill, no good. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The lead is 2. Irving for 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 17. Here's Hill. Here's Lopez. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points. Lopez has got 12.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Durant against Ilyasova. Lets it go with the 3. Nets keep it alive.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Lopez. No good from Durant.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Now, here is Hill. 1:27 left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the middle, and it's Allen with the jam.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 17 points in the game. He kicks it to Lopez. 56 seconds left in the third. Outside Matthews. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
With this break, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top passing centers and power forwards over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 4th, Kevin Durant.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Dragan Bender in for Ilyasova. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Bucks trail by 9.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Dragan Bender. Second free throw, no good.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Down low. Shot from the low block. Milwaukee with the rebound. Hill finds Bledsoe. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie to the left wing. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 16.
And, you know, LeVert, when he's on a roll, he's like a boulder. It just keeps snowballing in a positive direction, and nothing can stop it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Matthews, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The wide open look here for Lopez. No good with the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Here's Temple. He's covered by Matthews. The 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Lopez against Jordan. Bledsoe for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's LeVert, defended by Middleton. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. And here is Allen. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Lopez with the block, but he gets it back. Back to Allen. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slam dunk by Allen.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Shot to stop the run. That shot off the mark. The Nets go the other way with it. To the wing right side. LeVert the pass to Temple. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Matthews. And the Nets, another 3.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Bucks trail by 21. Timeout called, the Bucks. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. Now here's Middleton. He's covered closely. Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Matthews. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. The rebound by Middleton. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Nets.
And there's the pass to Allen. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Shoots from the line, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You got to D up Dinwiddie better than that. I mean, his jumper is a work in progress, but it is getting better and is worthy of a defender's respect.
Here's Bledsoe. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Feeds to Jordan. Antetokounmpo on the double team. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And that's 12 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe knows he has the speed and ball handling ability to carve up his opponent, so He goes at it with great confidence.
And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Matthews with the jam.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
And Temple kicks to Dinwiddie. Over in the corner, Allen. Just 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Count that one. Dinwiddie's got 11 in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Bucks trail by 19. Here's Antetokounmpo over Allen. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 23 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. Antetokounmpo defending to the middle. Here's Allen. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him too now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain him.
The Bucks working the ball around. Now here's Lopez. Defense is right there, and he drops it in from the low post.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. The feed to Temple. The rebound by the Bucks. Outside Matthews. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Here's Dinwiddie. To the inside. Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Matthews. LeVert the pass to Durant. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer. Get there, get there.
Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 17. Here's Temple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Bledsoe. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that one good. Antetokounmpo's got 27.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Outside Durant. The dish to Jordan. Back to Durant. Puts up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, You know it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And he sinks the second. Nets leading by 19 points. Here's Temple. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Back to Temple. He feeds it to Durant. Outside Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. Temple can't get it to go.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Durant in the corner. Over onto Kumbo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Middleton. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Temple. Second chance shot. And it's Durant missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Hill, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets making a change here as well. Harris is checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Offensive rebound. Here's Bledsoe. Got a piece of it.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Temple, the pass to LeVert. Harris with it. Pass to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Temple. Can they get it? Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 18. 1:43 left here in the 4th quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Shots good by Bledsoe.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Shoots from 12. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Brooklyn.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Bucks.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Allen.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. On offense here, the Bucks. Right side Hill. Lopez outside. Feeds it to Matthews. Clock at 6. Over Temple. And here is Durant. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Kevin Durant. It seems like even with some adversity thrown your way, you guys find a way.
Well, we're moving to basketball. You know, we just relying on each other. And, you know, we're just believing in each other, man. No matter what, we just stick together.
It was very obvious that that was the case. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.